Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Virgo. How are you guys? Virgos, let's see what's coming in. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, we have someone taking a little time out here. Yeah, someone taking a little time out, a break, much needed rest, time to slow down. Yeah. Let's see, pondering the situation here. This is a person who is generally fairly dependable, often a little mischievous, but this is a person just kind of pondering a situation because we have a person who's assessing something here during this timeout. It's also to do with, oh, I know what it is. It's a person who, it's about being pinned down. Yeah, so someone who generally doesn't want to be pinned down, but now we have a person pondering that. It has to do with stepping up to the plate. Someone who hasn't stepped up to the plate. Is that you, Virgo? Are you not wanting to be pinned down? Are you now thinking about that? This could be another person. I do see Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Little air energy. Someone's been in their head. And it's someone who hasn't been taking any action. Yeah, I do see a painful period in someone's life over. Someone's been on this path. It's been quite painful. I do see this much needed rest, this break here. Yeah, so some sort of relief. Someone's feeling relieved about something here. Yeah, it has to do with reaching out, someone reciprocating. Someone who doesn't want to put themselves in a position to be taken advantage of. But when someone doesn't want to commit and they don't lay the foundation, that's kind of what happens sometimes. So it's someone who may not be talking to someone. It may be deciding to end the situation. Sometimes, I mean, this is an energy of a situation that brings sadness, but it's also an energy of getting things off your shoulders. A relief. Yeah, contemplating going down this path. It's been a tough path here. Tell me about this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's in a whole new cycle. So this is a new cycle. I do see something to do with timing too. Yeah, I can see an energy of a person here kind of drained, much needed rest, but it's also someone who feels they may have missed an opportunity. And this is also an energy of a little time out, someone becoming more self-aware. Yeah, see, there's options, opportunities, a lot of procrastinating. It's just someone keeping their options open. They don't want to be pinned down. So now there's been a rejection. It was painful because someone didn't want to make a commitment. They didn't follow through. This is someone who often wants to lay a foundation, but they don't always follow through. Yeah, we got an energy of a person getting out there. Someone's no longer talking and giving to someone. It's someone who maybe feels they were taken advantage of, but this is often someone who doesn't want to put themselves in that position. There's a little pondering the situation, but I do see there's some kind of good news, offers, opportunities, whatever it may be coming in, but I think it's someone's looking at the possibility and fantasizing about this because of this something that's finished, done. Tell me about the Hermit. Yeah, it's because someone's going off on a new path. It's a person who's taking a leap of faith, going off on a new path. This is someone who's getting out there, socializing, leaving someone's being left behind yet. Because they feel it's over. It was painful because the other person's not talking. Nobody's talking, reciprocating here. Yeah, now we have someone exploring their feelings. Yeah, it's connecting with this energy because it's a person who feels they missed an opportunity, but this is someone who often rejects somebody or just ignores them, doesn't reciprocate, doesn't respond. And then the other person just decides, it looks like this person's not following through, might as well go off on a new path. But now here they are exploring their feelings. Yeah, now they're in their feelings because this is someone who's got someone new. They have another person coming in, asking them out on a date. This is someone getting ready to date after a time out. So you may be feeling that way, but you can see new. There's happiness. See, there's light. This is someone rising like the phoenix. You know, they've had enough. It's done. It's finished. It's time to be open to new. So there is someone coming in. Yeah, crossroads energy. But see, this is something that didn't go anywhere because the person didn't want to be pinned down. But now they want to, you know, this other person's moving on. So this could be yourself, Virgo. You're ready to leave this behind. You're ready to go off on a new path. Someone's dragging their feet. They're moving too slow. Yeah. Well, it's just telling you keep your option. It's someone who treats someone like an option, like they're not readily available. They don't always respond. Sometimes they ignore. But I really feel someone's kind of had enough. Thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, and now we have the Empress. This is the energy of a person who's open to something new. I do see some Taurus, Virgo energy, little Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah. Tell me about the Three of Cups here. Yeah, so this is the person, see, going, aha, they're seeing truth in a situation. Someone's seeing the light. Yeah. This is a person who's ready to just live in the moment. This is someone just going to go off and have a good time. They have a lot of abundance here. So it's crossroads. See, it's not go anywhere. It's time to go down a different path. This is somebody, this is two people. See, it's just not going anywhere. So it's time to move on. I don't know what else to say here other than this is someone who's the good, whatever good you've done here, it's coming back to you. You got new coming in too. Tell me about the Fool. Yeah, see, this is someone who was waiting and waiting. It's enough waiting now. See, the Empress only waits so long, and then this person's open and available to someone else. And I do see abundance coming in. Good luck and timing. See, if somebody here isn't interested in you, so be it. You just leave it behind and move on and be open to new, and that's what I feel. There's new coming in. You can see it's right here, new. The sun is shining. There's so much. Somebody here is feeling lighter. It's a relief. They're happier that it's finally over. Yeah, see, it's all about choosing the right person. And there's the cup. Someone's about to get what they want and what someone else didn't want to give. But see, this was the cup that was offered. Someone offered the cup. The other person, no, I'm not interested. I'm not taking it. I don't want to be pinned down. Now the other person's moving on. So now what I feel is happening, they're looking at this and kind of, you know, thinking, maybe, because I do see a maybe, right? This is someone who often does that. They, you know, it's just somebody who's wasting someone's time. It's just a person who wastes someone's time. But it is a person who often goes, oh yeah, well, maybe we'll get together, you know, maybe, right? We'll go on a date, and it never really happens. So, you know, that's, I feel, as far as it goes. But this is someone who has everything they need to manifest their desires too. So this is the person manifesting this. And this is manifesting all the energies of the queens. That's your energy here. Yeah, it could be masculine or feminine. You can flip it. But this is also an energy of someone who's pre-manifesting and been preparing themselves. Yeah, they're open. This is someone open, ready, and available. So there is someone coming in. But it is that fresh new start. But now that this person's moving on, now this person wants to pin them down. Now they want to pin them down. And now what's happening is now the other person's not sure if they want to. They are open to new. But you can see this is someone who's become independent. See, just companions. Somebody's just interested in company and companionship. Yeah, that's what happens. Time goes by and the other person feels, you know, I feel it's just all an energy of a person who got tired of waiting. It's feeling the ship has sailed, it's done. This is someone just having fun, doing other things. And it is an energy of being playful, youthful, trying to have some fun. It's about living life. This is someone who's wasting time. They're not living life, waiting. But I do see definitely a lot of stability. But this is someone who kind of grounds himself and looks into the future. Do I see myself with this person? And I feel like they did originally that, yes, they could see themselves with this person. But it takes two. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. This is taking a little pause. This is someone who's taking a pause, looking at things from a different perspective. But what's happening? It's a person looking at how this is playing out, what's happened and why. See, it's a person becoming aware why the other person's now leaving. Well, because they don't follow through. They don't make a commitment. They hesitate. They're apprehensive. And they often ignore and ghost the other person too. They just ignore, don't reciprocate. And they're not generous with their time and money. This is someone who's been taken advantage of, maybe even before. They're just sort of done with that. So I see a very independent energy here. This is a person who's very stable too. Like I see this, you know, the abundance here with the Empress, but they are open to new. But I feel this is someone just, the Empress is always open to talk, to communicate. This is someone grounded, practical, but this is a person who's on this particular path. See, they are definitely preparing. They pre-mastered and prepared, but, you know, for pretty much anything that comes their way. But I really get the vibe that this is someone who's kind of now, the other person wants to be pinned down. They don't, because they've been taken advantage of. This is a person who's been generous, showered abundance, and nothing came back to them, right? So now they've lost interest. This is someone invested in self, right? They're just kind of investing in, they were interested in the other person big time, but the other person, and it's where they lose interest. So this is, I'm going to tell you, Virgo, some of you who are investing in creative pursuits, the Empress is here, and you have all these skills. See, you have a lot of skills. You're capable of manifesting whatever you want. And I do see investments starting to pay off too, financially. Yeah, big time. More money coming in. Yeah, I see a lot of money coming in, and a lot of something you've invested in. I feel like you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, though. I feel like you're being really practical here. Yeah, but there's the future. See, feeling happy, feeling fulfilled. Some of you are just on this path. You're just happy right where you are right now. But I do feel, I mean, this to me looks like someone who's open to whatever comes their way. But it's someone who is definitely being really practical and sensible about it. Yeah, but there is an opportunity coming in. See, now that this person's coming in, sharing their feelings, the other person's not so sure about it and has lost interest, and this is what happens. Yeah, they didn't put enough effort. See, this is about going on the date. Someone didn't put on an effort, and what this person's been doing is just focusing on work. Queen of Pentacles is just focusing on work. Yeah, the other person didn't put in effort, so while they're sitting there, I mean, there is desire and attraction. I do feel there is a choice to be made here. But I have a sneaking suspicion that the Queen of Pentacles is in the energy of just putting themselves out there, not really sure, just not putting all their eggs in one basket, and just really just tending to self, investing in self. Yeah. But I do see a happy future. It's just an energy of seeing the bigger picture. And the other person's kind of now putting the shoe on the other foot. Now they're going, aha, right? Why this person's lost interest? Well, they lost interest because the other person wouldn't make a commitment. They didn't want to be pinned down. So they decide it's over. And to be honest, this is someone who feels relieved because now, you know, we have this energy of new. The other person's not liking it too much, though. See, they realize now they've missed this beautiful opportunity. And whoever this Empress energy is, I feel you've got options coming in. You have opportunities. Yeah, you do. And I do see a lot of happiness. I do see someone wanting to come in and date you and ask you out. And they are very high vibrational, very positive. So all this, you know, whatever that you've been through on this path, it's kind of like, in a way, maybe worth it. And it sounds odd because this waiting is paying off in other ways. A lot of focus on work. Right now it's time to live. Now it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Yeah, now that you've got all this time, you know, like I say, I feel like you got an opportunity coming your way. A lot of focus on work, but this is where the work pays off. Now you have time to live your life, to play, to be social, and be open to love if you want. I mean, this is someone just open to whatever comes their way for now. Yeah. Too much time, I feel, in between here. There's a break here. There was a break, a time out. Somebody took a time out from dating. So this is someone who's really just hasn't bothered with it. But like I tell you, all this time wasn't wasted. See, this is someone who focused on work. They got things done. So this time wasn't wasted, but it's someone who feels that they're wasting time waiting for this particular person. So this is why I feel there's all this abundance coming in. It's almost like it's all worth it, because now you can enjoy the fruits of your labor and still possibly date to see what happens. Interesting energy. I don't think anything's settled. I don't think that you're in the energy of just making any kind of, arrangement of any sort of commitment. But I feel like you have a lot of skills. I feel like you're very capable. I feel like you can handle most anything that comes your way here too, like in a big way. Look at all this change. See all this growth. See, there's a lot of financial change and growth coming. But this is, see, because during this time you've been moving on, you've been increasing. There's growth and financial growth. So why does this person now want to pin you down? Maybe because of that, because maybe they've become aware of all this growth and abundance. Yeah, saying to trust your intuition. You already know the answers you're seeking. I do see privacy, keeping some of this to yourself. Yeah. I do think you have a person coming in. I do see someone new coming in. This could change everything too. You could, like I say, you could change your mind about it. Some of you may already have, like you're in that. But I feel like it has to do with the other person changing their mind. But now you've either got someone new or you're just on a new path and you're just kind of doing your, having a good time, living your life. Footloose and fancy free. Yeah, we got a King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is someone who's changing their mind. It's saying to trust your intuition. I do see some Pisces, a lot of Pisces energy here. A lot of introspection. See, this is where somebody is now becoming aware. Yeah, self-aware. But this actually could be another person coming in. I see Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I do see two people. See, I feel company, companionship, companions is the energy. I really feel that here. Because this is someone has so much going for them. They've manifested all the energies of the queens. They have a lot of skills. They're capable. They've invested wisely. There's a lot of financial growth. And if you haven't been seeing that, you have, because there's expansion here. Yeah, someone expanding the horizons, but this literally could be another person, but it's saying to trust your intuition. Yeah. Interesting. Give me one more on this King of Pentacles. It just says King of Pentacles. Yeah, someone this person's stable. They often like to plan and prepare ahead. But yeah, it could be two people coming together. This could be the person coming in and asking you out. Feel like you're open. I mean, it looks like and I do quite honestly feel some of you, all this change that's coming, I do see a resurgence in love, where you have love coming in and opportunities. So can I say, whatever makes you happy, whatever fulfills you mostly, and that's what I feel like you're going to do. I don't think you're going to make any rash decisions on anything. Slow and steady, right? Yeah, I do see a Taurus energy. Yeah, there's a lot being learned here, but this is about being on the same page. See, I do see changes, lifestyle changes, necessary changes, but I feel a lot of really, really positive energy coming your way. See, this is about living your best life, having time to do all this fun stuff, and because you've worked really hard. So definitely I wouldn't be surprised if it's time for a little R&R, and maybe even a vacation here. But you've got good stuff coming your way, and I definitely feel the resurgence of love could create change. But this is why I feel, even with that energy, it's like now that it's coming towards you, You don't want to be pinned down. Like, you want to be footloose and fancy free, where now the other person wants what they didn't want before. See, the tables have turned. It's hard to say what'll go. Whatever fulfills you, whatever fills your cup, right? You may get your cup filled. You may get what you want, but I have a funny feeling you're kind of happy with the way things are, at least for now. Take care. Bye for now.